All right. Welcome back, Warriors. We're so happy you're here with us today, so we can dive more deeply into the Afeera and all the gameplay and awesome stuff that goes along with it. So, you saw the reveal, you saw the trailer, you heard the lore, you saw the armor. So now let's get into the nitty gritty about how she actually plays and animates, and who better to help us understand all of this than JC and Vanessa. Welcome back to the show, both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I mean, I'm sure everybody knows who you are, but just, in case, do you want to kind of introduce to the audience, anybody new watching, who you are, what you do
Who doesn't
here?
know GC?
I don't know.
You should know JC.
Go ahead. So I'm team lead game design. I'm responsible for the fight team in general, a lot of other things, but take care of a lot of heroes, balancing that sort of stuff.
Awesome.
Vanessa.
And I'm the team lead animation, so it's counterpart in the animation team.
Yeah.
Amazing. So the fight, the animation, all the things that put the character into the game, into your hands, so you can play and enjoy. So that's awesome. I'm excited. Let's dive into this.
Yeah.
So first up, one of the first things we always kind of like talk about is, can you give us some explanation about, what went into this character? Like, what was your inspiration, all that stuff? Do you want to talk a bit about that?
Yeah. So as Stefan mentioned earlier, right? One of the concepts that we used for this hero was what he called, rightfully so, relentless reach, right? So relentless reach in this case does not mean a super long weapon.
Okay.
Doesn't mean like hitting super far away, but it does mean that whenever she wants to reach somebody, she will reach somebody.
She's gonna get there.
So that's like one of the big pillars that we had there. So we really tried to focus around making sure she was like super agile and running around the battlefield. And I think that's super represented in her animations as well.
Yeah, exactly. That was really
nice,
something
nice,
inspiring
nice.
for us because she has to be agile, but with a blunt weapon in a way. So we
Yeah.
had to make it like, like she's in control of her weapon, but when she's gonna bonk you, like
Yeah.
It's
she's gonna
the
bonk
word
you.
of the day, by the
I
way.
think
I
so,
love
yeah.
it so much.
Brian
yeah.
did that good.
If we just get bonk in the chat for
Okay, I'm
everybody.
literally just listening to the
And then
talk,
the
really.
other aspect we're really focusing on is something I would like to call like every stance matters. So for this hero, we're trying something a little bit different. Like sometimes, you might be used to playing some heroes and, like for Shinobi, for example, right? The side heavy finisher is are undodgeable, the top is unblockable. We tried to go one step further with this hero. So
Okay.
we wanted to make sure that, first of all of our finishers had like kind of different, not necessarily different properties, but like her heavy finishers have different properties definitely depending on which stance you're picking.
Oh, okay.
And her light finishers have superior block, which we'll go into, really help you defend yourself in group fights, but be a little bit more aggressive doing it. So
Nice.
we really tried to have a lot of that. Picking what stance you're going to be doing kind of really matters, and having a big impact on how you play the character and what choices you make in what situations.
Nice. Well, I think it's about time we show a bit of that off, right?
Hey,
so,
yeah.
so for visibility, you're going to see some gameplay on screen. This is JC. If you notice the other Afeera, this is me as a punching bag. So I'm just here to take some hits and JC.
So we're going to start with something that I really want to highlight because it's an
I like the
amazing
stances.
part of this hero. It's just the way she changes her stance, right?
Yes.
So you can look at from right to top. Like Vanessa, you want to talk to us a little bit about this?
Okay.
Yeah, because the stance matter a lot for this character, we really take our time at mocap to design them in a way that they look cool and they flow very well. Like top to right stance, it flows so well that we were like, usually it's pretty linear, the animation that we do, but for this character specifically, you have like, if you spam the change stance, because everybody does that, right? It kind of look cool, like top to right. It's kind of flowy, and yeah, I'm really proud of the change stance. Really,
Yeah,
it's
nice.
because it's not really gameplay, but it's part of like everybody see the stances. It's the starting point really to start fighting. So we really wanted to design the silhouette and the stances
Yeah.
in a good way. To
I
support the
find it
character.
really sells her agility as well,
Yeah,
right? Like
just
the
you're just right
finesse
there,
and
and you know already. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's really cool. All right, so we're gonna start with what are her chains openers, right? So she has normally lights, normal. As you can notice, her lights have superior block, so that it helps you really like counter people that are attacking. And she has heavies as well, right? So they always look super good.
Whoa.
Here we have front dodge heavy. We have if you want to put yourself infinite life there, yeah.
I was just gonna be like, I'm about to die. No.
Just so that yeah, okay.
Now we're back.
We have side dodge heavies as well, right?
Whoa.
So again, really good stuff there.
That actually looks really good.
We also have a little something that's kind of new that we haven't really done before. We have a neutral bash that's feintable, right? So you have a rush like this. It's kind of slow, but
There's the bonk.
you can feint it.
We found the bonk.
Yeah, there's a
people.
bonk here, right? So you can feint it, so it's really good at mixing up opponents from super close range, having a lot of that stuff there that's super, super interesting. So that works really, really well. There's other little specific things we'll get into with that specific bash. So one of the things that's also really interesting is that her light finishers also have superior block, right? You can kind of see it on the indicator there. So again, the idea is when you're in a group fight, when you're outnumbered, in a 1v1 situation, it's not the best tool, but in a group fight, it's super interesting, right? Because there's somebody trying to peel you off, trying to do something, block them, hit your current target, super good, really, really interesting stuff.
Nice.
But then, when you look at her heavies, so her right stance heavy is unblockable. Her top stance heavy is undodgeable, and her left stance heavy displaces. So if we go here, you can see that it... Wait, we're going to do it a little bit more.
Look close, look close.
It's going to wall splat here, right? And I can get top heavy off, I can get like different things off. So again, we really want her to have like that choice here where you have that built-in mix-up of I'm going to do unblockable, I'm doing undodgeable. She also has a bash in her chains that you can do after any opener. This super beautiful looking kick. You can do it after dodge, do it after whatever you like. So that's super cool there as well. You get a lot of those mix-ups, all that stuff is really built in. But then you're going to look at me, you're going to say, you know what, this is just like a 2-hit chain hero.
Yeah, JC, when I look at this, I just see a 2-hit chain here.
Yeah, right?
What's up with that?
That's kind of weird, right?
A little bit.
So what she can do is that after every single attack in her recovery, similar to what we have with some other heroes, you can do a recovery cancel.
Ooh, okay.
It's not a regular dodge cancel, right? It's a flip that she does. But you can see right now, and what's cool is that I'm doing it like just pressing dodge, right? But you can also do it sideways. You can do it front as well.
Oh no!
Right? So just
That's exactly what I saw when GC's like, let's have movement,
face.
and that's because the first time we did those transitions, it was really cool to do. We did the back first, and it looked amazing, and we were like, I think at that time we should do it like on different side, because that when we do play session and we play and we're like, I wish I can do it on the side as well. So we start allowing it to do it, and the backflip was sliding, so we went back to mocap. I'm like, GC, stop hiding stuff. Like, but it looks so cool, and it's so fun to do it as well. Like when you do it, it's just so satisfying.
yeah, it's super satisfying.
Yeah.
And so out of
That's
this
nice.
backflip, here you have a knee here, like a little bash that goes pretty quick, goes
Kinda
pretty
reminds
far.
me of Pilot.
Works really, really well. You can also do it off of a side one if you want. You can do it off of a front one. You can do it at any point you want here. So that's super interesting as well. What's cool with this is that really using a lot of stuff in like target swapping, deciding what direction you're gonna go in when you flip, when you do things, really, really helps her move around the battlefield. That works really, really well. The next thing I want to really highlight is after any single one of her bashes, so if they are like kick or knee based bashes, so after this one or after this one, you get a guaranteed light or a guaranteed heavy finisher that keeps the properties that we have when you're doing them normally, right?
Oh my.
So if I go, it might sound a bit weird to go like this and go, oh, this is unblockable. But still, it works really, really well, and it works here as well, right? I can do top, I can go this one that displaces again, and whenever it's off of shield-based bashes, it's the same logic here, right?
Okay.
And what's really interesting here is, I don't know if you've noticed, and Vanessa can talk about this, right? When I'm doing your heavy finishers normally, they look like this. If I do them after kick, they look completely different, even though they have the same properties. And if I do them after a bash, they also look different.
Yes.
Right? So you want to walk us through this a bit?
Yeah, because we designed them to be like you have your shield more in your presence as well. Like when we design, and we wanted to have like variety of animation in just to like let you like guide you through the chain that you want to do. So and for this character specifically, like the shield, yes, she has a shield. She's not the first one to have a shield, but technically the shield is a weapon. And like in how it's made, it's used as a weapon. So that's why when you bash and maybe do something else with it, but
I like that.
the shield is really like a part,
mace,
like
like in
really
the-
part
in
of
the
the and I like the design, like the nook, like
Yeah,
the
that little
little
nook.
hook,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
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 And we
Like,
use it in the stance as well, like
Right,
we-
yeah. If you switch from that side to the other side there,
Yeah.
you see like kind of she pushes the mace out.
Yeah, as soon as we saw it in the design, at first we're like, oh my god, we're gonna use that in the guard break and like all
Yeah,
those
and all
kind of
that
move.
stuff.
We're gonna use it. So we evolved, like the whole team evolved and adapt. It was really fun to do.
It's
Yeah.
just keeping the
So
shield
there's
up
even something about that
all
in the
the time.
guard break itself too,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah, when you guard
Yeah,
break, she kind of punches with
Yeah.
the shield.
I love that animation.
Isolate your
Yeah.
face to
Yeah.
do
Right.
some damage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
It
she
look-
gets it right in the hook.
Mhm.
So yeah.
It looks
Cool.
super cool.
Nice.
It does.
She also has a regular, pretty fast zone attack from neutral. That also counts as an opener, so you can fix afterwards. You can flip afterwards if you want.
Yeah.
She has a running attack. Oh. Again, counts as an opener. So kind of
Valkyrie?
everything kind of counts as an opener there. So that works really well,
Mhm.
and that's cool. I
Valkyrie?
think like even her like the way she runs, she looks
Okay.
super interesting here. Like I really like the way that works.
Yeah.
And then there's
Here's
another
one.
little trick. I'm gonna show people, right?
Oh, okay.
So, you know, like I was talking about relentless reach.
Right. Like
Right.
I'm so far away, right?
Super far.
You can't. You can't
hit
get.
you, right? Like I'm
me.
gonna
You
try
can't
to
get
like
me.
hit you with a light or
Safe
whatever I
over
can.
here.
Alright.
I'm safe.
But wait, if I try to do that neutral bash,
Yeah.
this is what happens.
Oh, yeah.
He runs towards her opponent and then hits them with her shield, right? So this is super cool. That's what we
Okay.
mean by relentless reach. That she can really run towards her opponent. Even while you're running, you can move around a little bit. So if your opponent's around a corner, you can kind of like curve around the corner.
Oh, wow.
Have that good stuff going.
It's
You
so
can-
fun to pull out this.
Oh yeah, it's super cool. You can feint that run at any point during the run, so you can crazy if you want. You can also cancel it with a flip, so you can go like this, whoop, or go a little bit further out. Yeah, there we go. You cancel it with a flip. I can cancel it with like a side flip if I want to. I can do like whatever I'd like here. So it's interesting to really have like that sort of control here and really go into running and what I want to do what's going to happen. And we wanted to give her options when she's running so that if there's opponents nearby that try to hit you out of it, you can anticipate it, do a flip, try to avoid them,
Yeah.
feint block, do whatever you'd like. That works super well. It's very cool there. And I think her run, like it's a bit similar to, like, you know, we have a Orochi that runs like this a little bit, but it looks so different and the
Yeah,
outcome
it
is
does.
really strong.
Yeah, because she's looking at you, and she has her shield like in front, because she's still like she's tactical, like it's part of her
Yeah.
character. So she's like, she knows where she's going, and like
Yeah.
don't let her reach you, because
It's a doom train coming
Yeah.
your way right there. So yeah.
I like
She
the
also
shield
has
dash, I really
superior
do.
block dodges, so you can see the shield flashing here
Oh,
on the top. And then you're gonna do me a
Sure.
top attack?
I would do that.
Right, do it again.
Ah,
And so when you hit guard break, when you successfully block with this, you get a shield bash.
she bonked me again. so many bonks.
That leads to those heavy finishers that are faster
Oh,
as well.
gosh,
It comes
the
from a
heavy
shield, so you get
finishers
the shield
use different
variant of those
properties.
attacks.
It's
Exactly, yeah.
Crazy.
Wow.
So we really want to have like that, a lot of cohesion there, and have that aspect really like shine through.
That is
And have
crazy.
this, so that's really cool. You want to show a couple of emotes, maybe?
I mean, sure, if we want to do a little handstand there. That's honestly my
Okay.
favorite one. Yeah. I'm glad I got this character.
Yeah. It looks really
Just
amazing.
styling. Just
That's
styling.
right, she's showing off her skill, right?
Yeah.
Now Vanessa, from an animation standpoint and mocap, like did you actually had the mocap actor
Yeah, you
doing
did that.
handstands?
I mean, we might have cheated a little bit and hold him in place, to be honest. But I mean,
You know, we do what we
Fair
can.
enough.
but
Fair
with her, I mean, she's flipping a lot. So the guys has to do flipping for like 8 hours stuff.
Yeah, at some point.
It's pretty tiring just to look at them. So I don't even like imagine like just doing them, you know. So
That's so
Seems
that's
exhausting.
kind of adorable, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, we have a little flip of the mace here.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
why
Slightly
is that
different.
adorable?
Showing out the celestial sphere there. That's really cool.
Got some good spam here. I like it.
Yeah.
actually,
Like-
we when we do the animation, we look at the spam. Huh? We look at
Yeah,
how
we
they.
really do. Yeah.
Yeah, we're trying to make them like as cool. It doesn't often like come up like cool, but when they do, it's pretty satisfying.
Yes, just so you know, chat. Like we do consider emote spam
Yeah,
in the
totally.
creation of
Go.
new
Totally.
I
emotes.
love those videos. I love those videos.
Yeah, and so we went to
Marco
mocap
Yellow.
with this. A lot of new animations, a lot of
Yes.
variety. I really like the way that she's fluid, how she moves,
Yeah, that little
how she
fluidity
like
is
their
nice.
stances, the attacks look really cool.
I'll have
She
a
has a lot of
separate video
attack,
talking
but it
about it.
means lot of transition as well.
Yeah.
And this
I'll
is
have to check
always
video
the
talking about that because I really do want to discuss
not
the
the bane of my
gameplay.
existence, but every time JC came to my desk and like, yeah, we might want to add something or change something. I'm like, oh my god, all those transitions that we have to do. So,
Yeah.
but we adapt and we try to find the
Yeah,
best.
we
like,
do. We gotta do
I
it.
would
Yeah,
definitely talk
exactly.
about this, 'cause this
And then
is
I go see her and go,
crazy.
this needs to be 400 ms.
Oh
and
my
it was
god.
6.
Oh my god, yes. We'll see later with the feet, but yeah, we'll talk about it.
Yeah. All right. So let's go have a quick look at the feats. Vanessa, you want to talk to us a little bit more about like?
Do you want to do execution right now?
We're gonna do
or-
executions afterwards.
Oh, okay.
So if you want to just like talk a little bit about more like the process that you guys have for like
Yes.
from when we're doing mocap and like design for the animation.
Yeah, exactly. So the first time we go to mocap, because we go to mocap often to adapt to the design of because it evolves obviously, and we
Right.
the first time we go we do navigation first, really to show the personality of a character. We always do them the navigation because it represents the core personality. Like with the idol breaker, when you wait a little bit longer, you're gonna see her like personality show through and. Yeah, so we do like basic, like opener, finisher, like those basic attack. Because at that point, it's so early in the process that sometimes it's not even fleshed out yet how, like, it's gonna evolve, like the
Yeah.
transition, like we were saying, like she's gonna move that way or that way. So we have to go back to adapt and adjust the timing and all the
Nice.
transition and everything. So obviously all the execution for every character, it's
For
always
sure.
like that. But execution, emote, podium, it's all
Yeah,
mocap.
yeah, yeah.
And yeah, but we have to think in advance, like with all the concept. We give the concept to the mocap actors so they feel inspired, give them a little backstory as well. So
Yeah.
I'll
Oh,
get into it.
Our mocap guys are absolutely
good.
amazing.
crazy good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you and again, like I've seen the list, people. Like I've seen the list of animations, like everything they have
Yeah,
to like
I
they
know.
go through. It's insane. The amount,
Yeah.
the amount those poor actors like just running for hours.
Yeah, when
Oh,
they do the
man.
run, because the run is pretty low, and
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
I think
Oh, yeah,
we
that
did
was
some,
rough. Yeah,
we
yeah.
did some take when he was just lying on the he was leaning on a like couch thingy, and he was just trying to run because she's so low, then it's hard to mocap. So obviously the animators, as soon as they get the data, they can adjust it to make it like natural in a way and to make it feel good. And there's a
Right.
lot of camera work as well that we have
Mhm.
to adjust to make to make it feel good as well.
Yeah.
So,
That's super cool. All right, so let's have a quick look at feats. We finished our little setup here. So just to note, feat cooldowns, we're in Dominion. The feat cooldowns are set to fast. So don't rely on this for feat cooldowns. But
Okay,
that's
yeah,
what it is.
yeah.
So we have 4 feats, right, on Afeera. The first one is a nice little kick like this, grab and throw, right? This is 500 ms from neutral, not a lot of range, but still very, very, very strong, really hard to react to, and it looks absolutely amazing. I don't know if you want to
I'll do it. Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah,
I'll do it.
do
Yeah, there. Hey-ah.
What the
Right,
crap?
so
That was
I love
a lot of what we
insane.
did.
it was so impressive to see that live, like
Oh, yeah.
like the our actor did that for like in front of us, and
Yeah.
we were like,
Just straight up.
okay, cut. I think we got it. It was so cool to. I think it's just really amazing to
again.
do. But obviously they
Do
don't do
it
it.
again.
And how many ms it is?
It's 500 ms, so it's very, very fast.
They don't do it in 500 ms. They do it like they don't want to hurt themselves, obviously. So
Obviously, yeah.
that's when we like have to adjust it and to make it like readable
So I'm
and understandable. It has to fit with like the characters. So yeah,
Yeah, no, and
it's
we're
so
like
cool.
a lot of people on the dev team are like big fans of wrestling and stuff, and we're really trying to get a little bit of that agility.
How
there,
did you
right?
know that? I mean,
Right? But
Fine.
it's I find it super interesting that we have like a lot more agility in what she's doing
Yeah.
and her moves, and it like I'll do it again on Nolan. Just grab it.
But it reflects the character. She's agile and she's
Yeah.
really tactical. She knows exactly where to
Flip
put
her
her
body.
body to
Exactly.
yeah, to just like flip.
Uh,
her.
So feat 2 is a defensive feat. So feat 2 is whenever you land a bash, you gain a defense buff for a
nice.
few seconds. So you can see on the shoulders here how it lasts. So you get a little bit of defense. So again,
Good,
she lands a
correct.
lot of bashes. A lot of her kit is centered around bashes. So we wanted to make sure to give her like a bit more of reward when she does perform her bashes, and it
So-
gives her a bit
so-
more safety in group fights as well. So
Afeera go bong, gets a shield.
and I noticed the green
Okay,
glow
got
also
it.
came off of the first feat too. So,
Yeah,
so that
exactly
counts.
right.
That
So,
also
so,
counts.
so feat 1
Counts as a bash.
counts as a bash. Feat two
Yeah,
also
makes
counts
sense.
as a bash.
Makes
Now,
sense.
So feat 3, I'm gonna do it from far away because we can do it a little bit from further away. So feat 3 is another part of our relentless reach aspect. So when you pop it, you run towards your opponent, kick them, throw them to the floor, and then you get a guaranteed heavy effort. I didn't land it obviously because I'm not good. But that's the whole point here, right? So, and then when she does it too, Nolan's going to be able to do it for me. And have
I'm
a
gonna
look at
mash
her.
heavy. I'm gonna mash heavy.
And look at her guard indicators. You see that she had full block during the entire duration of that run. And so when you're point blank, you can actually react to some attacks with it, block them as you're doing the feat, and grab your opponent and do that. It's really, really good. It should be good for ganking setups. You can do a lot of different things with it, so that's super, super interesting.
Oh, so
The fun
okay,
story
okay.
with that one
Full
was
block.
we did the first feed first, like a mocap.
Oh, yeah.
Put it in a game, tried it, and we're like, oh my god, that's so cool. That looks so cool. And I think it was you or Stefan, I don't remember, like, oh, can we do another one? I'm like, okay, let's go back to mocap. Let's do another one. And we did another one.
It's
Like one of
very
them,
cool.
I think, moved forward, the other one moved back.
Yeah.
The
So
opponent.
when one of them hits, like you
Displacement,
push your opponent backwards from you, and then the other one keeps your opponent in front of you. So really, I have that kind of like change there.
And I think it was that. I think it's the third one that at first was. I think the data was like 3,000 ms.
Oh, yeah,
something really long.
slow.
Because
Took a little
it's
bit.
kind of long
yeah.
to do, and GC was like, it has to be like. I think at first was like super fast, and I'm like, GC, you have to give me a little bit of
Yeah, you know, a little bit of a thing, but
because it's so hard. Because it's always like it's part of our job really to make it work. It has to look good, but it has to make sense in gameplay as well. Because we deserve like with deserving gameplay through
Right.
the animation. It has to make sense. Has to be balanced as well.
Yeah.
So it's really like support each other and come up with something cool.
okay. And then I'm going to show off the last feat, which is feat 4. We can't show it off
To its full
to
extent.
its full extent.
Yeah.
But basically, she throws her shield. When it hits the opponent, leaves them with a defense debuff, as you can see right now. The trick with this is that it deals damage, debuffs defense, and it bounces around targets. Kind of like similar to what Pirate has with her third feat.
Captain
With the
America.
ricochet.
Yeah,
thing
the
going on.
ricochet,
Yep.
right?
Captain
So
America?
it kind of bounces around, debuffs everybody it hits, deals
Captain
damage to
America?
everybody it hits. Super cool looking. Everybody like that. I think that was the first feat that we had in, and we're like, yeah, guaranteed this is in
Oh, yeah.
at the end. Like,
America.
I think it's in the trailer as well.
I'm gonna throw
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
in.
yeah.
Bouncy, I think,
Yeah.
really.
yeah.
It's like
So-
it's like an awesome
Super,
discus.
super
It's
cool.
great.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So, right, so that's it for feats.
little bit of a
Let's look
shield.
at executions, right? So I'm gonna gently kill Nolan here.
You're gonna thank you for gently killing. I appreciate
Right,
that. I love that you're thinking of me.
Yeah. So we have this execution here. Again,
Ow.
showing off the agility there. Super.
You know what
super well.
she's doing, right?
Yeah.
I'll wake up. It's okay, and I'm okay.
Right, you're okay.
And I'm okay.
Special developer powers. All right. So I'm gonna-
The other one.
the other one.
Okay, the unblockable does 28.
So many bonks.
So many bugs. Right, so again, like really showing off a lot of this agility.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
that's
I have
that
to
second one is
as
crazy.
well. I'm not-
Yeah, I think you have all of them.
I should have all of them. Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, this one's cool.
Oh, so good.
A lot of inspiration.
Using the shield.
Yeah,
as
that's
well,
it. Like
yeah.
really using the shield to control your opponent.
It's so cohesive.
Yeah. And finally, shot it out. There. Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Dang it.
It happens this live, you know. This is what happens.
Yeah, that last one was nasty.
Damn.
Oh, look at you combo. You're
You're
swagging
showing
on
off,
me.
Casey. You're
You're
showing
swagging on me. Nice.
Right? So,
Oh, and she
you-
kicks it up. She
yeah,
kicks
she
it up.
kicks
at
it
the
up.
end.
Like, just that little part there, like, is
She's
amazing.
flipping over your body.
Yeah, yeah.
See, that is insane. I
So that's
love
pretty
this
much it
so much.
in terms of fight kit and feats, emotes, executions, all sorts of good stuff.
Yeah, cool.
So yeah, I think Nolan,
I-
we're gonna talk about.
Well, I just wanted to keep playing. I'm sorry. I'll set the controller down now. I'm just trying to. I love the
That
handstand.
looks
So
cool.
fun.
Incredible. Good job,
Oh yeah,
guys.
no, sorry. One more week. One more week,
It's
and we
fun to
can
play when
Yeah.
because I'm not as good as GC when I play the game, but it's fun to play when you're like not as good, but you feel really good.
Yeah.
She has so much option, even if it's simple.
I like
It has
it.
a lot of option, and when you're really good, it's the best comment we got during the play session was, "I die, but it was really cool."
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
yes, cool.
Yeah, you-
That
And I
doesn't
think-
happen often.
Right, yeah, and I think you get the sense like with all of that, like you could put that whole kit together in so many different ways,
Yeah.
right?
It's
Yeah,
insane.
So that's,
I love that.
lot
That's
of
it.
mix-up potential.
You really kind of afford
I
to
might
be
actually play this character a
creative,
lot.
and nobody plays Afeera the same. We saw it when we were playing. Some people really do like a lot of flips. Some people do a little bit less, and then like they try to do like side flips. Some people like try to focus on I'm gonna hit this person, target swap, flip into that towards that person, do other things. So there's a lot of that like personality I can shine through as a player. while
Yeah,
playing this hero, so
it's
really
easy after that to know, like, oh, this person, they're using the shield a lot, so
Yeah.
it's easy to
Yeah.
kind of know in which way they
yeah.
go.
So I mean, even though she's like got the super unique move kit stuff, for people out there who are already playing for Honor, like, what is there like a close parallel that maybe you could equate her to for people who are wondering?
I think like as we've seen a bit, there's there's the running, there's those stances. I think if you play Shinobi already,
I do not.
she's kind of a natural fit. Like she has similar tools in terms of like the flip. Like Shinobi can flip, obviously. Like has different types of mix-ups, but it's really the idea is if you play Shinobi, you should be right at home. If you play Orochi with the running or Shaman with the running, you're right at home.
Shaman.
You know how to use these tools already. So. They're just more accessible with her. They're also a little bit different, but you can get into that. And so we really wanted to have like that kind of feeling of, well, there's some of the more agile heroes that we have. How do we translate this into a shield hero that does not have a traditional full block stance, right? Usually when we have shield heroes, except for Gladiator because it's a really, really tiny shield, they have like big block stances, right? And so even though she does have a shield, we wanted that shield to be part of her move set and not necessarily like a big defensive shield, right? So that's like that's a big part here for that. So I think like at least Shinobi, Orochi, Shaman, these types of more agile heroes fit really, really well with her. And then if you use her Orochi as well, dodge cancel, that sort of stuff, so it works really, really well.
Cool. And how do you see her her fitting into like the team comp for like competitive play or just online?
So
like, where do you see that?
What's interesting is that she has a lot of tools to stall with her flips. She has a lot of tools to deal a lot of damage in 1v1 with like hitting and wall sliding people. So there's a lot of those things where it's like she fits, I think, into team compositions where if you want to have somebody that's going to be good at stalling a point, somebody that's going to be good at doing 1v1s, a little bit good in group fights, having that aspect there of being able to, she's kind of well-rounded in those aspects.
Nice.
And it's a big part of the meta right now. It's stalling, doing like really keeping a point, making sure that you can keep somebody on a point and have them stall there while their teammates come to help them when a bunch of people come. So there's a lot of that stuff there. And she's also an excellent ganker with her feats. Like those feats that, keep you pinned for a long time, flip you around, that sort of stuff. You have an ally nearby to get a free heavy all the time.
Yeah.
Super good there.
That's
Probably
awesome.
set up Zakuna
very
too.
cool. And I mean, do you have any other tips maybe for players coming in next week when they first get their hands on Afeera? Like, what tips do you want to impart on them?
I think one of the things I'd like to say is like she has all those dodge cancels, right? But they're not regular dodge cancels. They go into like something really unique and specific, and a lot of that can make you predictable. And that's the big thing here is that we don't like if you're playing with Afeera quite a bit. And you start to do that all the time against people, you start to become predictable. And because you become predictable, you become a lot easier to beat. So I would say really focus on the fact that she has a lot of different options to force your opponents to make reads on you. We're really pushing the game into a more like we want players to read their opponents more, which is different from guessing. But the big thing is that you really have to keep being unpredictable at all times. And when you're fighting her, it's a matter of looking at her, looking at the player that's playing Afeera, and going, okay, so what are their patterns? What are they doing? What are they repeating all the time? And what can I beat? We've taken a big care into making sure that things were still punishable. That if you make correct reads, you do get punishes. You do get a lot of stuff out of it. But I'm going to leave that for players to find out. There's a couple of other like little cute things that we didn't go into. And I'd rather players find that out more organically.
We can't just tell you all of this.
Exactly,
Sorry,
right?
you got to discover it for yourselves.
There's no more moves, but there's like there might be something like, I wasn't expecting this and that.
Gotcha.
So I would say like really go explore, try to see like and develop your own play style with her. Like super
Yeah, I think I would like
And
to
start
do
to
a lot of
learn running.
acrobatics.
Start to learn.
If
she
you
runs
play
quite a
against
bit.
Afeera,
Yeah.
start to
Well, I was gonna say like, what can I do to defend against Afeera? Because I can't run away now. Because she's gonna chase me.
Right, so you have to face her head on.
Man. All right.
And do correct reads. That's
Do correct. Well, I'm in trouble then. That's for sure. Okay.
Flip.
Well, very cool. Well, thank you so much
problem.
to both of you for coming here and sharing with everybody here the first gameplay look look at Afeera, going over the animations.
she's
Is
crazy.
there
it.
anything you want to kind of say, like to
Well,
community? out
first, I want to thank Francis, who's probably watching from home right now. He's on a well-deserved vacation. Who worked super hard on this hero. The entire fight team always works on every single hero, right? We're all doing this as a big group, along with Vanessa's team on animation. But Francis was responsible for this hero, and like props to him. Like, she is amazing, super fun to play, really good job. And then Vanessa's team did an absolutely crazy job on this hero. Like we're all super proud of it. We have audio with Carl. That also, like, she sounds amazing too. Like it's not super obvious, so, you know, we're just playing now doing stuff, but as we play her, you'll see that she's like everything sounds great.
It's really a team effort. Like,
Yeah, it's a massive
all
team
across
effort.
the board.
Congrats to the entire team. We all did amazing. And
Yeah, I want to congrats the animators
Yeah,
that work on it,
absolutely.
like Ricardo,
Good job,
Nawel,
everybody.
and
Everyone
Kadem.
involved. You did great work here.
Same, we're a bunch of animators as well, and we help each other, like debugging at the end and wrapping up everything. But congrats! It's so cool to see like her fleshed out, like, and everybody's working together. It's pretty amazing.
That's awesome.
Really proud.
Well, that's wonderful to hear. That's amazing for real. And yeah, big shout outs again just to everybody who worked so hard to bring her to life. And thank you both so much for coming and showing off all this amazing stuff for the team here. So we're gonna have to transition, but stick around because you're gonna get some more screen time with JC, who's gonna go over all the patch notes for
Okay,
S24
patch
TU2.
notes. All right, that's gonna be another video.
And yeah, so we look forward to that. And
All right.
we'll see you soon. So don't go anywhere.
All right. Patch notes. Ayo. I didn't see any more. Pause. Okay, so that character looks really cool. I'll have a separate video eventually talking about that. But all right, on to the patch notes. Ayo.